What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got Louis C.K. comedy in Australia, and this, as you probably all know, is a Joe Rogan show, which I watch sometimes here and there. So yeah, I feel like this is gonna be pretty interesting. It's a really kind of short video, 2 minutes and 31 seconds, but okay, I've heard that this guy, Louis C.K., is a very popular guy in America, I think. I don't know too much about him, but I have seen him before. And Joe Rogan, of course, you probably all know him. Anyways, let's actually get right into it, see what they have to say here. Comedy in Australia. Let's get it, guys.
There's someplace in Australia, there's a club in Melbourne, and I've done it twice, 20 years apart. And both times, nobody had any idea who I was. Like the MC did, he's a comic. So he was like, he said a lot of really nice things. And he said, this guy, what a treat. And he brings me on, and the crowd's like, and they're
Yeah, the crowd didn't seem to really understand what was going on there. Okay. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. Like,
just, and I could see them going like this to each other.
like, who on earth are you? What are you doing here?
And I'm doing material that has been killing in large concert venues, and they just don't give a fuck. Like then I found out what's actually, means something to anybody.
Well, it's different culturally too. Like they'll laugh at things over there that we don't laugh at.
Australia, do you find that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. Maybe Australians like don't really laugh at American jokes that much, and maybe the opposite way around as well. I don't know if they're saying it. It could be true, right? I don't know. Let me know as well what you think about this. Like Australians out there, do you find like American jokes funny, or is it like just like goofy and stuff?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
notice that
Australia
much.
is a fascinating place.
It is.
They're wild people. They're like
I
they're
can agree with that. Wild people.
very similar to Americans, but not
But not at all.
quite.
That's what you get there, and you think it's America,
Nope.
and because you're in a tube, in an American tube, and you go over there, and then you sleep in an American hotel, and everybody's white, and they don't sound British. They sound a little more like us. It feels American. Then you're walking down the street, and a fuck.
Do you guys think American and Australian actually sound kind of the same? I think I can actually separate the two. Like if I hear an American guy and an Australian guy, I believe I can separate like who is American and who is Australian. I don't know.
Fucking parrot flies by and lands on a telephone pole.
Wait,
You're like,
what
what's
did he
a
say?
parrot? They sound a little more like us. It feels American. Then you're walking down the street, and a fucking parrot flies by and lands on a telephone pole. You're like, what the fuck is a parrot doing? And you realize you're surrounded by tropical creatures.
That's the thing. In America, you don't get that. You won't see a parrot just fly right over your head. You might see a normal bird, but a parrot? That's totally different.
Like I was in Perth, which is completely different from Sydney and Melbourne. Like they call them those the eastern states. Perth is on the west coast of Australia, and it's in the Indian Ocean, south of India. It's a I mean, it's really like Perth is like a city surrounded by just no people, and there's crazy creatures and weird plants, and then these
Yep.
white people, and they're not. Yeah, they're not.
They used to be prisoners.
Well, in Perth, they were. It's different. It's
Is
a
it?
Yeah, they were. It was founded as a commercial venture. An English captain went to England and said, and he got money, and he got people. He paid people to go, and they're miners. It's just these huge, giant holes in the ground. I think it's iron, and there's these guys that live in Perth, and they all have tons of money from this dirty work that they do, and they call them FIFOs, fly in, fly out, because they fly into the mines and then they just live. It's just covered in shit, and sleep in a bunk next to the hole for like a month.
Yeah, so like I think as what I know, like Australia does have a lot of mines, right? I mean, most people actually that's like do that as a job, and I've heard they actually earn quite a bit from actually having a mining job, but I don't think they have much of a life doing that. Like they might go somewhere very, very far from their homeland and just like stay there for I don't know how long they stay there, maybe weeks, months, years. I'm not really sure, but I've heard they actually pay pretty well. But as well as we see here, it is a really tough work. Sweat, dirt all over you. I mean, it's not for everyone, as you know.
Month, and then they give them like whatever, $100,000, and then they go back to Perth. It's a weird culture.
So there you have it. That was actually really, really interesting. I'm glad I actually came across this video. Really, really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys actually thought about this as well in the comments below. But yeah, Louis C.K. and Joe Rogan. It was good. It was good. Anyways, let me know what you thought about it, guys, in the comments below. If you enjoyed, smash the like button, subscribe for more content. It really does help us grow as a YouTube channel as well. So I really appreciate that. So we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace out.